I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, you know the rest. I am back. And it's funny thing is I have so much more energy than last time. It's like a whole different person, I guess. It's crazy. And the main difference, it's just sleep. This ain't rocket science. This is sleep. So what time did I go to bed? Actually, I did go to bed kind of late. No, 12 maybe. It might have been like 12 or so. And then got up at 6 to 7. So I get about 7 hours, and that just made all the difference. That has made all the difference. Got a ride to the airport and got on a plane. Funny thing, RSW, Florida, Fort Myers, if you don't have TSA pre-check, it can be kind of a long line. Yeah, the non-TSA line was pretty long and it looked kind of slow. So I'm kind of glad, because I only got there about an hour before, and I still wanted to go out the patio and get a quick video. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. And even the TSA pre-check was a little bit pokey. I mean, it wasn't only like 4 people, but those 4 people took a long time. And then people were having trouble putting this stuff on the bag, you know, the little, what do they call, the belt? And so I thought, all right, well, my big bag's ready. There's a big opening, so I kind of put it up there, and I was getting my rest of my stuff out, and the guy, he was a little, I think he was having a bad morning. He was a little rude. He's like, yeah, when I got back, sir, is this your bag? Yeah, you need to keep stuff together. Okay, I mean, I don't argue with those people. I don't want to get kicked out, but it's just like, okay, buddy, you go. You're a powerful person, aren't you? But anyway, I respect those people. It's just they need to be respectful too. I think there's no reason for stuff like that. It just could have been said in a polite way. But anyway, I fixed it. I came over and said, "Oh, so sorry. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me put my other bag, because I just didn't have my stuff already either. But I thought, why have these gaps in the carousel? I mean, it's pointless." Anyway, so got through that, and then the plane boarded early. They always seem to board early there. Yeah, and then as I got on the plane, I was in 1B. I was upgraded to 1. I don't like row 1 because you have to stow your stuff above, so that's an extra headache. So I made sure I boarded early as possible, but there was somebody in my seat, and then somebody, well, the seat next to it didn't matter because it wasn't mine, but there's like, yeah, my seat was occupied, and I just kind of slowly went back to the front, and I didn't want to talk to them. I just talked to the flight attendant. I said, yeah, there's a slight problem. Uh-oh, problem already? Yeah, there's somebody in my seat. I'm not sure. It's like, oh, you're on the right flight, right? Yeah, I'm on the right flight. Although, kind of want to be sure, but I guess that is a good thing. I don't know how I would have gotten that far if I weren't on the right flight, my ticket. But it looked like there was a person that was handicapped and needed the assistant of the other person, and they wanted to sit together. So I don't know if their tickets were to get... I don't think so. No, I don't, because somebody else got moved too. So both people, when they got on, I think one of them, the caretaker, had decided, let's just be in the front. I mean, like it's a bus. I mean, this is perfectly okay, but I think he made the mistake of just not telling the flight attendant or asking. I think they just did it, and... So when the flight attendant asked me, oh, he's like taking care of the other person, like, oh, yeah, no problem. Can you switch? No problem. I was like, I have no problem. It's just, it's good to, I don't know. So I think the other person, he seemed like he wasn't familiar with the language quite as well. So I think he just didn't understand how, I don't know, planes work, I suppose, or seating a place. Because seating on buses, there are places where it's open seating, and just, or maybe it goes southwest. But I think for this, they just didn't realize you got to sit in your seat, or at least talk to them. Otherwise, it can cause confusion. But yeah, so I resat in 4. I was in 4, which actually turned out to be maybe a better seat, because then my backpack was next to me, and I had a window. But I did notice, yeah, I heard the same thing with the guy next to me. He's like, oh, okay, sure, and he came to the back. So it worked out all fine. Just as a rule of thumb, it's good to talk to them beforehand. But I would never have said no in a million years for someone that's disabled, to like, oh no, I needed my seat. And it made sense, because the person had to help the other guy to the bathroom like a few times, and it just would have been harder like coming down from like row 4 than being in the very front. It actually worked out really well. Flight was great. The flight attendants were just went extra. I mean, the thing about row 4 is that sometimes it takes so long for you to get your drink served, your meal picked up, whatever. But that was okay. It was no hurry. I wasn't like going to have to finish, after landing. But I will leave probably a good review for the flight attendant. She actually just many times, just came back to check on drinks and how things are going, and was really friendly. So had the meal, liked the meal. It was like some eggs. So that was good. And then I just worked on the computer, some coding stuff for like pretty much the entire time. So I had internet, because I got the internet package for the year. So Yeah, it was one of those flights where I made it like dozed off 5 minutes or so, but mainly it went by so fast. One of the fastest 6-hour flights I think I've ever been on. I just can't believe, aside from when I fall asleep on flights, yes. But yeah, we landed at SeaTac, and then Uber was like 56, 57. As I was like kind of far up, maybe I even checked it at the gate, whatever. But as we got closer and I was at the parking garage, I said, one last time, if it's under 50, then maybe yes. And it was like 68, 69 or 70, but like, oh, good grief. It's just ridiculous, these fluctuations. So I said nope and got on Link. And Link, I was going to study my Spanish the whole time, but then the people next to me were having this conversation about football, so I joined in, and then next thing we know, we're practically at my stop. So it all worked out, and then just walked home from there. I was actually going to get off at Stadium and take the bus from Stadium, but this worked out fine too. Got some exercise, and it's a very nice day in Seattle. So there we go. There was the trip home, and I got to do some unpacking and then plan for the next one, which isn't for a few weeks. Yeah, I guess it's not this weekend, but next weekend. Unbelievable. So, but that won't be, that's California. That won't be as far. All right, that's it for now. Cheers.